then. Sorry for the late start, everyone, but welcome back. We're getting ready to go through session 2 of our 106% completion of Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, aka the original Crash 4 before Crash 4. Last session we got to... thanks my dude. Also, thanks for showing up today, Ken. How you been, bruh? That's good. That's good. Good to hear. As I was saying, last session we got up to level 14. Eskimo Row, we got the crystal, and now we're on to the last level of the third warp room. Fahrenheit Frenzy. Might as well just get started right away.
Hope you brought your sunscreen.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah. And Fahrenheit Frenzy. Welcome to this level, and we're paying homage to something I didn't think anybody really missed, the jetpack from Crash 2. This thing does not control the greatest, as it's very slippery, and it uses inverted controls, which you cannot flip back. Thankfully, thanks to this game's open-ended level design, you can avoid most of the obstacles with relative ease. While this is on my mind, I might as well say this. There is not going to be a stream on Thursday. Conflicts have come out, and that's when my wildcard match is for the Fluttertown Flat League, the amateur Splatoon 2 league I am a part of. So, thanks to conflicts with that, there will not be a stream on Thursday, so we should hopefully be back at this next Tuesday. Hey, I appreciate the gesture, but don't be making the claim too early. This is still a wild card after all. I hope that death is not gonna come and bite me in the end, because we kind of already died, and this is a death right here. Okay, now we're just spouting lies. Good spin. Of course, there are no shortage of lives here, but it's like I've already died twice. Really hoping there is not a death run here, because I'm going to pay for it. And I somehow got crushed! Thanks, hitboxes! I see the game's trying to balance itself out. You need to be at nice lives. Honestly, Ken, I don't know why most of them switched to overhead. It's less dynamic overall, so I think they just wanted to do that because overall our stream production team is a little bigger than it was last season, so normally we have 2 streamers per match now. I'm hoping by the time we actually get to the actual playoffs on Proton John's channel that we actually settle that and we're back to normal. Yeah, I realize that. Our captain is at least trying to advocate them to go back to normal, but I don't know why they thought that was fine. As we're talking about this, and we just skipped over the glaring invisibility power-up for like the 2 times it actually appears in this game. Oh, hi, Sprinks. You didn't really miss much. Just starting the 15th level here. First level of the day. That is not what we wanted. We wanted the TNT, so we're just gonna suicide, despite the fact that I have 2 masks. There we go. Ah, I see I was at the downward arc, so my double jump did not actually want to come out. That always has bothered me about the double jump in Crash games. The moment you hit the downward arc, your double jump just no longer works. And we got the question mark box again instead of the TNT. Did I mention I played this game before? Because this sure doesn't play like I feel like it. Recording curse. There we go. And look at this. We gotta use the sneak shoes again. Only been in bonus rooms, mind you. Indeed. Yep. Useful power right here. Completely useful power. There's the bonus room done. Also, further proof that this game is ridiculously easy. You got 5 lives out of that bonus room. This bit was always pretty neat, honestly. Throughout the Cortex always did have a neatness for the flare. As buggy and completely jank as this game actually is, but that's why I love it. crystal, and look, the other invisibility power-up. There's like one more level this thing is in. Don't know why it exists. It's just as useless as it is in the battle mode CTR, but... Look at that. Depths aside, we got the box gem and the crystal. We're just making smooth sailing this far. As we continue on, the third boss crashes to ashes. I'm gonna ask for probably a death count here.
Ah, the triumphant hero Crash, reduced to a pile of smoldering ash.
Let's finish this.
Now, this boss on the surface shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm just gonna factor in my unluckiness on top of the recording curse that is going on right now. So we'll see how many times I die to this boss. Nice Wampa fruit, by the way. Now, this boss, Crunch, it's a chase sequence. We're running from Crunch, gotta dodge these boulders. Don't let them touch you, they die, but we gotta make it back to this machine. Now we're chasing Crunch. And we gotta spray him. But here's the kicker. Every phase gets longer. And add something new to the table. I'm waiting for him to do it because it's gonna start happening. He starts throwing them at angles now. And the third phase is where it gets really stupid, and that's usually where I die. So we'll see what happens. I'm not trying to hold down the B button to do the spray. Also this, he starts attacking back now. As we just die from it spawning in front of us, so there's our first death. Holding down the spray actually slows you down, so if you just hold it the entire time, you are not actually going to catch Crunch. The first phase is simple enough, you just avoid everything. He doesn't attack back until the second phase, so you are fine. Okay, made it through the second phase this time. Not much worse from where. And now, the third phase. This is where it also gets stupid. Because let's see when it happens. Wow. Are you not actually doing it? Okay. Okay, there it is. The rocks can split. And that can also trip you up, so I'm surprised it waited so long to happen. Also, those roll now. Hi Azure, nice to see you today, how are you? Also, yes, I'm fighting Joker. Almost missed that attack there because I held up the button too early. If I'm correct, death count is currently at 2 for this boss, right? Okay, just checking. Death count for the water boss, I believe, was 4 for me being stupid, so we'll see if that tops this. There's nothing topping Smokey and the Bandicoot from last session. That was so many deaths. Oh, now you're starting it early. Oh, look at that. That wasn't too bad. But we get another crash table power up for beating Joker. The Death Tornado Spin. Spam the B button and use this to extend your double jump in midair.
Cortex! Why is that mindless marsupial still collecting those
Hey! Hey, Pat, how's it
I'm
going?
beginning to question the value of your super weapon. I don't need another mask's help. I could take this crash punk out with my metal arm tied behind my
Oh, Crunch. Stop being silly.
Not at all. We are not addressing that
You will use
fact.
the elemental masks. No need for you to lose any beauty sleep.
That's good to hear, my friend. Alright, 3 warp room down. Okay. Welcome to Warp Room 4, the Snow Warp Room. And we're starting off with Avalanche, another Coco level.
The Crash Bandicoot, eh? Oh, I've heard so much about you, and this is the hero I have to blow away? Ha! Seems like a bunch of hot air to me.
And we meet the last of the Elemental Mask. The one that is based on wind. We'll get to that boss fight later. But welcome to the Coco level. Avalanche is pretty simple. I believe there should be 2 gems in this level, the box gem, and there's a second gem that you get from a minigame that happens at the chase sequence at the end of this level. Just trying to remember that chase sequences usually destroy boxes on their own, so I don't have to fret about getting all of them. Also, yes, this is one of the better songs in this game's soundtrack, which is already pretty great on its own. Honestly, this aesthetic reminds me of the snow stage in the Crash Bash, if I'm honest. I actually do not know if those trams actually jump. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Also, I'd like to note just look how early the bonus stage is for this level. Like, the level literally just started. Also, Subversion, instead of going left to right, we're going right to left. Also, be noted, that still crate that we hit at the beginning of the level is needed for this. Because otherwise, this section would become impossible. now, since Coco can't sneak on boxes, she doesn't own that useless power. Also note, another power Coco doesn't get, she also doesn't get the Death Tornado Spin. She gets like none of the powers, I don't get why. I didn't think they were exclusive to Crash, but okay. Also, be prepared for ice physics! Which is why I timed jumping over those nitros just wrong. And almost died to that. No, Coco does not get the sneak shoes. As funny as that would be, she does not get them. These usually aren't that hard to jump over. I guess I'm just timing it wrong. No, Nitro boxes in this stage. I don't remember there being missed many. Also, checkpoint. Get ready for snowboarding. Notice these counters? If we want the extra gem, we have to go through all these flat gates. The boxes in Whopper Fruit do a decent enough job for leading the way. So it shouldn't be too hard, all things considered. I'm just not counting anything out because recording curse is still effect here. Glad I was able to get that box. Yeah, it's not as obvious as the other chase sequences, but you at least hear the sound of the box breaking, and that lets you know. Well, that's done. 2 gems. And Droid Void. So, remember the mech suit we just used in the last boss fight? Now imagine trying the platform with it. And that's basically this level. We at least get some solace first by it being some actual platforming at the start. But we get introduced to another one of this game's problems, which we'll be seeing shortly. Yes. Welcome to a gimmick from Crash 3, the handlebars. But you are gosh darn slow when handling them in this game. Don't know why anybody thought this was a good idea. You move so slow on these. who playtested this and thought this beat was a decent idea? Also, yes, sorry, that is a good detail that I like in this game. The other white clear gems in this game are gray. They're not box gems. Oh right, I'm invincible. I can skip this section. Yes, that is also true. That is also really bad for time trials. Because this is at the start of the level and it's unskippable. Also, yeah, welcome to this gimmick. Being on the bottom ones when it electrocutes you actually just hurts, but being on the top will drop you down. So if you're over a pit when it goes off, you just kind of just end up dying. I waited because every once in a while you get like a pause in between the top and bottom going off. Or we can just die. I don't think I actually went back for those boxes. Welcome to this game. Also, immaculate time mixing as well, because it's bad. But we get some solar sword bits in the bonus room. Also, look at this! Why is it only in the bonus rooms that you get to use the sneak shoes? Truly, this was the most revolutionary power-up. I'm glad they gave it to us first. Notice how this just loaded in? Welcome back to the mech suit. And it controls terribly. Especially since standing jumps are that. Look at how much delay there is on this. But it comes with a gun. That controls awful. Trying to aim this thing is actually terrible. Which is why when we get this gun technically on its own later, it's slightly better. Also, sometimes the gun just doesn't shoot. It is never explained. It is actually never explained why the gun just gets gimped. Cool thing about the mech suit though, destroys the steel crates rather easily. So you don't have to belly flop them for once. Not that you could. Yeah, no. It's like you stop and then sometimes it still doesn't fire. I just assume it gets clogged. Like something is blocking its fire trajectory, but even then, you could just be like aiming in plain sight and it still won't go off. So I'm like, why? Also, be prepared for this, because we're going to see this thing again in a couple levels. And sometimes it just doesn't want to angle itself. Honestly, the submarine is still worse than this by sheer proxy of hitboxes and whatnot. But this thing controls pretty terribly too. No, it doesn't. That's its problem. Like I said, technically we get this gun on its own later, and it's much better. Gosh, did I really forget there were 169 boxes in this stage? That's just how long this section with the mech suit is, because we're not done. I'm pretty sure after we reach the end of this, there is another 2D section. Sure enough, there it is. Also, there's a gem right here. We need the purple gem to get to that one. We'll find it eventually. Also, yes, when we start doing this. I'm surprised they gave that to me. I actually should probably go back because I think it's a smart move for me to just destroy all the nitro boxes, because there's always one stage in this game where there's not a nitro blow up box at the end of the stage. And I'm trying to make sure my bases are covered because I can do it here, and it's not this one. So let's at least do that. Also, these guys, yeah, they just kind of explode. Those enemies exist in this game. Well, I did it for nothing, but you know what? We still got the gem, so we're out here. Yeah, no, it's super finicky, so I do not trust that jump at all. Moving on.
Is there a draft in here?
Thank you, Mask. Crashteroids. This is harkening back to mainly Crash 3, because it's Coco.
Has assembled an armada of space stations that are ready to strike the planet. Use the lasers on your ship to destroy them.
Also, welcome back to the terrible salvage, so we can hear Aku talking to us. This level likes to take the frame rate. but compared to the other flying vehicles, this thing doesn't actually control that bad. Now the gimmick here is to destroy the things orbiting around the space station, because trying to actually shoot the space stations, they have force fields. So you cannot shoot them right away. Once you shoot all three of them down, you are then able to shoot down the space stations. Also, again, yes, enemies that will not leave you alone, and if they crash into you, there's a lot of health loss, so leave those boxes in. Oh yes, this is absolutely bad in the main game too, but it is the shooting levels where it is at its absolute worst. Before we destroy that, we have to find 2 more boxes. There's one of them. Just gotta wait for it to fall because I shot the UFO and not the box. There's that level complete, and we got the crystal, and we're out of there. That should be the last shooting level we have to deal with for a while, since the last one, I believe, is a bonus level. But, did you guys miss the submarine? Because I sure didn't. Oh man, the submarine again. Who looked at this and thought, yeah, you know what this would be good for? The snow warp room? Also, welcome to the octopus tentacles that we have to deal with as enemies now. To be fair though, I think this has the best music out of all the submarine levels, so there's at least solace in that. As I almost lose my mask to that nitro box. Also, yes, the problems from the other levels are still present here. So you can still often get blindsided by something, because it's off screen. Oh, Sprinks, don't do this to me! I hear a slot box. I am trying to find it before it gets too fast. Let's take a hit there. Nothing is ever more nerve-wracking than hearing a slot box go off screen, because I just always worry that it's gonna just go too fast while it's still off screen, and then it'll turn steel by the time I get there. That is paranoia at its finest. You do not need to make up for the absence by making puns. I'd actually prefer not having to deal with their puns for a day. And this is a situation of me actually getting blindsided because I couldn't hear the mine go off. This section is way too vertical. It does not need to be this tall. It does not need to be this tall. I almost got hit by that. There's an enemy up here? So, I'm just kind of why is it up here? There's also down here. Oh, hi, Techno Boxes. What are you doing here? And more blindsidedness. So, chat, anything interesting going on while we suffer through this slog of a submarine level? Great, now I'm just getting bad. Right, the spin button. Thanks, sir. Oh! Well, I just realized what just happened. We've died enough times at the same checkpoint that they actually got a pity mask. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot tradition. Now if I keep dying, one of these boxes is gonna turn into a steel checkpoint crate, so I'm waiting to see that happen. This might have been a thing with Crash 3, honestly. Gosh. This level is just straight up paranoia. Did not know the tentacles can get ricocheted away. That is something interesting. Funny, but interesting. Pretty sure I heard another mine. And now it's just the normal swimming level. Those still aren't great. Swap, I swear. I actually made it through the first time, so I was hoping I'd be able to do it again. The game said no. Also, I forgot, we have the speedrun strat for these levels now. The Dead Tornado Spin. It's weird how often this game takes the 2 steps forward, 1 step back approach. Like, Crash 3 doesn't use this for the underlying levels, but this game does, and it's actually a saving grace. Shoot, the path split, so I'm not sure which path is what. Though all these poor Whopper food I'm just spinning away. I technically got crushed there. I'm just taking hits. I think you can tell I just want this level to be over. Huzzah! Now to never touch this level again until we need the relic. And the last level in the 4th room.
Not used to the weather here, a wimp.
Yes, thank you for calling me out, calling Crash a wimp for collecting crystals and gems. Wuthering Heights. This is probably my favorite song in the soundtrack. I love this song so much. That almost ended up with me dying. That would have been bad. And for those who wanted to see the Death Tornado spin in action for a double jump, there's your first experience. Sorry for the silence. I'm just taking in the the fact that I get to hear this song in the game again. This stage isn't that bad though. I think it's a good platforming level. Just gotta deal with the slog that is the slow monkey bars again. Thankfully there is no electricity here, so we should be okay. Also, just to show this off, this is something you can do if you press the crouch button on the handlebars. I think there's only like one time in the entire game that ends up being useful. Depth perception. Alright then. Man, I might just need to make a compilation of all the stupid deaths I've taken in this playthrough. Alright, let's actually land on this thing this time. Don't know why you can do this, but I love the fact that you can. $54 bucks, huh? I honestly should have known better. Still only in bonus stages. That one was on me. I honestly don't know what I expected. Was it 12 nitro boxes that I had to worry about? I'm sure it was more. It looks like it though, so we're just gonna ignore that and go forward. Yeah, this looks like 12. I do think it's pretty neat that you can see the bonus level from over here. I always did like that. They took places in the actual levels instead of, you know, just kind of warping you to some far off place. Really helps with world building. Yeah, there's some weird bug in this game where they technically count as being on screen, so they act like they've already been bounced on. Since the bouncy crates usually just go on a time limit. Now, Crash activates his inner secret agent and starts dodging lasers. With this pointless invisibility power-up, which is also in this level for some reason. As we dodge trying to get sliced alive by these fans. So weird that they do that sometimes. But we got our box gem and we are out of here. And now, the fourth boss, but let's actually check progress for a second. 44%. So we have 20 of the 25 crystals, so we're missing 2 powers. 21 of the 46 gems, and we still only have the blue color gem. We're gonna have to find the rest of them. But first.
Hey, look! The orange boy likes to fly!
Time to earn your wings, kid.
Now, by technicality, I personally think this is the best boss in the game, but that is not saying much for this game. As this one is actually taking quite a bit to load, honestly. Oh gosh, I do not remember this how mixes on this gun being this bad. Gosh, I do not remember this how mixing on this gun being this awful. But this boss is technically our wannabe engine boss. Gosh, those things are see-through, so it's hard to tell if those things are actually hitting. But yes, this boss is our wannabe engine boss for this game. Some of these hits are not telegraphed well, and some of them just do massive damage. Like getting hit by that thing was just 25%. I still can't tell half the time when those things come out and hit you. And this beam, which does constant damage. It's kind of a slog because it goes on probably a little longer than it should. Typically, if engine bosses also didn't older Crash games, because they also felt kind of long. I do dig the Hall of the Mountain King remix though that's going on in the boss scene though. Also, I'm still learning about this gun sound mix for the first time. It is very grating on the ears. I am never gonna get through that attack without ever taking a hit, am I? Uh-oh. He just decided to switch bases on the fly, huh? Oh. In the pitch mode. Honestly, yeah, it would be better if you didn't have the help of the Final Fantasy bosses on Disney. Bad for the first time. But he is down. Now, remember when I said we were gonna get the gun from the mech on its own later? Here it is. We got the fruit bazooka. Another crash table. I believe this is actually the one power Coco actually gets. Nope, not at all. Not just addressing we just killed a man. Welcome to the last warp room. Notice as there was no cutscene when we left. I think Cortex is upset. We're just gonna go straight into the fifth warp room here with Crash and Burn.
Well, here we are again. I wouldn't necessarily call this irony, but don't you find it a little odd that we keep meeting under these same world domination
What?
circumstances? Why
Cortex,
not just give up?
can't kind of hear you,
Let me
Cortex.
win for once.
You're kind of quiet.
Don't worry, Dr. Cortex. Now that my elemental powers have reached maximum capacity, this little geek is gonna wish he was never created.
Okay. Yeah, sure, Crunch. So, we're starting off the last warp room with a bang. Fun fact about Wrath of Cortex you didn't already know. They originally wanted this one to be the open world game, but not Twin Sanity. This level is technically the leftover remnants of best trying to be an open world game. As we'll see later on, because this level is pretty wide open. Yes, don't mind these monkeys. Never mind that they have giant bananas and they use them as hammers. Yes, you're right, it does kind of show. Also, don't mind that that hut just exploded. Also, lava! Mask don't save you from it, it's instant kill. So, try not to touch it, or almost slip into it like I just did. Also, one of my favorite enemies, suicidal parrots. They start flying when you get close to them, and if you get too close, they just kind of try to kamikaze you. I think that's dumb. Honestly, they all do kind of blend. Some of them have their own unique gimmicks, but most of them do kind of blend. I'm gonna learn to start sliding things. I think most people would actually be concerned if they just gave you a mask in the war room. A bonus room. Oh, so this is the one they use for entrance? Feels kind of odd. Shoot, lay down that entrance knowledge on me, because I have actually never touched entrance. I've played Huge Adventure, but never entrance. Oh, it takes place during the day? Why did they make that change? That's actually pretty unfitting. These birds are like my favorite thing about this enemy, about the enemies in this game. It's such a dumb concept, but it works. Yeah, you know what? You might be right on that. So, gotta count for the washed out screen colors. Hang on, just gotta take out my vendetta against Nitros. Alright. Huh, this looks familiar, doesn't it? Also, that was a death route. We missed a death route. We're gonna have to come back to that. Pretty sure there was a color gem at the end of that route too. More terrible sound mixing. Man, I never really looked at the background when you're in this part of the level. got the box jump. That's the thing that mattered. Oh, and this is the level I was worried about when we talked about it last week. Half of them? Really? Wow. Why so many? Also, welcome to Gold Rush. AKA the stage that is the king of box counts. Look at this. 209 boxes. It's like, yes, we're on Next Gen hardware. Yes, we have cacti as enemies who act like pufferfish. Also, these mules. Mules that just are waiting to kick you in. I guess the successor to the bird enemies in Crash 2? Also, the scorpions. Never liked the scorpions. Thanks, Crash 3. Why does the Gold Rush level have the same bonus music as the jungle levels? If there was only like one nitro in the bonus level, I think I need to be concerned. Hey guys, we did it! We maxed out the life counter! Whopper fruit do no longer matter until I die. Cool, I can just go solo smoke it, don't have to collect anything. This is why I'm about to die anyway. Nitro box from exploding. Oh boy, we're getting close to this game's gimmick. This level's gimmick. Thanks, Nitro Box. But first, more slow handlebar movement. This song really hammers home the slowness of it all. Because we are going to be here quite a while. Welcome to the minecart. You have to mash the A button to make it go faster. You have to press the B button to kick up, so box stacks isn't too tall. I have to try these, but I'm not taking my chances on stream right now, considering my luck. But thanks for that knowledge, Azor. I'll be sure to check that out. Classic death animation. Look where it put us at. Also, we technically did lose a life there because we got a life and then immediately died. I did not come back and play this level enough, so I knew it was going to be hazy. But I did not remember it being this much of a slag. Just... goodness gracious, the slowness of it all. Yeah, no, this is the only level in the entire game that shows up. They only use this gimmick once. I think they knew how boring it was, so they just decided not to use it again. New gimmick. Dynamite. Why are these guys trying to blow up a random town they probably live in? I don't know. It's kind of hard. That's a death route platform. Do like all the levels in this world have death routes that I've just died before I can get to? And why would you put the death route after the handlebar section? That just... By the way, you can shoot Wampa Fruit. They kind of block your shots. It's kind of stupid. This technically counts as a handlebar section. Buckle in, folks. Also, yes, that just happened. I'm at least glad they make you grab it from on top. That is smart. Buckle in, folks. This is the rest of the level. This slow drag. I realize it's way too early than this, but I feel like if I want to try to keep maybe something consistent of a stream schedule, what to do after we finish this. I don't know if you guys maybe got like any ideas or something, but... I would have thought there would be an invisible wall there. Good to know there is not. I am actually confused on that one. Nice. I decided to be stupid and skip the last set of boxes. Well, at least I know I don't have to shoot the nitros anymore. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, but also this game takes a lot from Crash 3, and Crash 3 decided to do that once, so I am actually very nervous. Making all the mistakes now, aren't we? Yeah, honestly, this one makes the least amount of sense to me, in my opinion. This handlebar section right here, because I'm pretty sure we are on a roof right under us, so nothing says Crash just can't, like, double jump back up. Oh yeah, Crash is not a swimmer. Well, he's not a swimmer if he doesn't have scuba gear on. Because if he has scuba gear on, he's fine. But oh, hey pal. How's it going, best friend? Technically, we did not win yet, but we are out of the slog that is Gold Rush. To a combination of two of this game's best level elements. Cortex, you're gonna have to speak up. You're still very quiet. Well, I can't say it's all of them. Just the ones that should be able to swim and can't, like Crash selectively and Sonic for whatever reason. Also, welcome back to reused level music. This is the Gauntlet again. So, Medieval Madness, this is going to be a lot of ramps, me dying to a Nitro. Yeah, specifically the GameCube version is the worst with on mixing. Gosh, I actually don't know which game this level reminds me of more. It's either Sonic 3D Blast or technically Lost Fortress in Mario 64. Oh man, we're calling back to that video, huh? What's the GameCube? All those games were terrible. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I've died to the same Nitro box twice. Let's not do that a third time. And if I wasn't at max lives, this would have been the level to do it. This is part of the Crash game, it's the easiest to do, honestly. Just me making sure there was not boxes up here, because they sometimes pull that trick. But first, hi Tiny! Still being a wall, aren't you? Such a downgrade. This might actually require backtracking now that I think about it. It's so weird. We should try to be careful here. Boxes on this path, which it did not seem like it, so we are good. I don't know, it's like some kind of unspoken rule of the animal kingdom. I was actually gonna ask if that was gonna kill me. I should have known better. If this game's hitboxes, no thank you, that's not gonna work. Yo, why'd you take off your shirt? we've met our next match. This specific Nitro box. Yes, I know, just roll around the boxes. The problem is, those two Nitro boxes specifically are very tight. I know what I said. This is me trying to even remember if there are any boxes down here in the first place. There might not be. It might just be all Nitro boxes, which means I'm going to regret it when I find out and I'm missing one box. Because I've already done this twice in this playthrough. Heaven forbid I do it a third time. Guess who got most of their lives back in one fell swoop? I don't mind me opening this with these levels, but sometimes it can just get to be a little too much. Hi, Dingo Down and Trophy. You're both shooting at me now. Alright, maze time. Take your guess. That's a Dingo Doll. Leads me to ask, where exactly is the Nitro Box Destroyer and where is the Warp? Both of these things are very important. Because one leads to salvation, the other leads to death. There it is. Surprise! I missed 5 boxes! Almost certainly in the section that I probably ended up skipping. Well, we'll get around to that cleanup, I guess. And now the chase section in the mech suit. As if the mech suit didn't control bad enough, and I hoped we'd never see it again. But nope, it's back. Also, yes, the best stage name. Well, where did I get one? I technically had one for a long while, but this is also the GameCube version of Wrath of Cortex. Oh boy, I didn't miss these platforms from Crash 3. And technically they're worse here because I think that they knock you off faster. As I almost die. I can English. Also, another warp room that's super early in the level. Somebody say sneak shoes? Where did I get a GameCube? The same place I would have gotten a PlayStation. I don't think the Z button activated fast enough. Yes, internet. Where you can get anything your heart desires. For better or for worse. Okay, let's do this for real this time. I'm almost starting to let go of the button early, so I don't think I should have looked through that, but we'll see what happens. Ah, there's the bouncy box glitch working with magic again. They've technically been on screen for too long, so all of them get destroyed in one hit now. Welcome back to Mexu. And welcome back to its terrible shooting controls. Amazing how I got immaculate aim the moment I died and then came back. You're right. I don't have to shoot many things with it this time, but that's because we're running. If you were just gonna make this a chase sequence, why not just make it a normal level? Why does it have to be in the mech suit? That's my aim, it's just terrible, it's really easy. Yes, that was also not mentioned until just now. The mech is on the box art. I don't know why the mech of all things ended up being this game's defining gimmick, but Oh, trust me, I'm already torn into this thing multiple times about how bad it can't aim and why the fruit bazooka is just this, but better. And we don't even get to use it in this level, which will probably be useful. Well, there's the crystal. And there's the box jump. This is going to be another fun level because it starts off with another Handy Bar section, so imagine trying to get the relic here too. But there's one less level in the base game. The last traditional platforming level, the Cortex Vortex.
Crash, you've been a naughty boy, but now that's going to end.
I don't know why I like that for a level name. I think it just works. It's also very fitting for Cortex. Just, yes, the Cortex Vortex. You guys like more of that electric crackling noise, because oh man, this level's gonna be full of that. I should probably take my chances, because if there were to be any level that there's no detonator, it would be the last level. Though I'm pretty sure we can't even get the box gem because we're missing the rest of the color gems. I know, isn't it great? Well, I can at least probably assume that there might be one here now, because A, that, B, oh, okay, that's, I didn't think you could get stuck on those. I might as well just take the hit there. Yeah, no, that's not a death route. I have not died in this level yet, so that is not a death route. He says this, he dies in this level. Oh, this is delicate. Okay. Also, I love that they just straight up give you invisibility here to just run through all of these nitros. Shot. Okay, that one just should be. And this again. Yeah, no Howie screen for them, unfortunately. I missed that, honestly. And with that, we have gotten all 25 crystals, which means that it is crunch time. Time to fight the final boss. If we can call it a final boss.
Congratulations, Crash. You should be proud of yourself. Not only have you collected all the crystals in record time, but you also defeated the elementals. Let Crunch and me be the first ones to congratulate you.
By pummeling your sad bandicoot frame into a pulp. Come and get it.
Indeed, Clancy Brown's last stand. Because he loses his role after this. He'll always have Mr. Krabs. He'll always have that much. No, welcome to the dumb final boss. Crunch will just stand there and attack you, and you have to use the fruit bazooka to hit him. But that doesn't do damage, because the person we're actually fighting here is Cortex. So we shoot Crunch, he punches Cortex out, and then we spin Cortex. And that's how we damage the boss. So, welcome to the waiting game. And I was too short on the draw for that one. Yeah, it's stupid, but I guess you can't get much more max than using it at the source, so I guess just summoning the mask technically counts. Also, I like how the health bar is just Cortex's whole model, where for Crunch is just his head. It's kind of a dumb detail, but I find it funny. Cortex is a little gremlin, though. Okay, good. I did not miss it. Alright, move him out here. Yep. That's how this fight ends. It's dumb. But we get the time child cheat. High speed shoes. And now we have the Crash Dash. But it's not called the Crash Dash in this game for some reason.
Can't you ever let me win? What do you want from me, you cretin?
Cortex! You realize that Crash may have collected all the crystals, but he doesn't have the gems. With the gems, we can resurrect the masks one last time and destroy that Bandicoot once and for all.
All of the crystals and all of the gems. Which is why we need to go get all of the gems. Also, yes. This credit sequence. So, we got the bad ending. It honestly does. There is no kind of closure. It's just like, oh, well, you didn't collect all the gems. I guess you're having a dance party now. Looking at time, we are kind of just under the 2-hour mark, so probably be able to do like a level or two or cleanup before we end today. But yes, this is just the credit sequence. Just Crash and some random lab guy, disco garb, just deciding, yep, we're just gonna do, Mel, Rep Mel. This was his last voice as Aqua Aqua too, and then we just lost him, so that's making me think about him. R.I.P. I was usually just fine with seeing this ending because I normally wouldn't care the 100% of Crash game normally. At least not the first run through, but we're going to do that now, so we have to fight the final boss again later. It'll be just as stupid. And that's where it ends. Very important characters. Yes, they matter so much. As we are 55% done, so we're just past the halfway mark technically because this is 106%. But as we do cleanup, I'm at least gonna go back and do the boxes that I actually ended up missing. The box gems I actually ended up missing. So let's just get those out of the way. Speed, yes, more of the submarine we love so much. I'm actually going to be cheeky and make sure they didn't do this, which they didn't, thankfully. Again, the submarine levels are at least taking some pride in music, but that's all they have going for them, because the submarine itself controls the terrible. And its hitbox is way bigger than it should be. That's why I almost got to that dumb fish. And barely saw that mine off screen. I think I know that. fish are just so tiny. I think I actually just got shown mercy. I'm pretty sure that would have killed me in any other instance. Technically, platforming should be a little easier since you have a double jump at this point. Well, normally you would, okay. Normally you would not have the double jump until after this level, actually. So. No, I never brought attention to it the first time around when we did this level, but the random fish enemies that are just around you make absolutely no sense whatsoever. I realized what I did too late. Getting some use out of these swing shoes. I'm just always gonna make fun of them because they are such a useless power otherwise. Also because I can do this now. useful tip for anybody trying to play a Crash game. Slide jumps are your best friend. Moment of truth, there we go. Glad I didn't miss a box this time. And looking at that, it would appear we have reached time. So, to do it for our second session of completing this game, we are halfway there. We are at 56%. So I'm guessing next week our session will start with more box gym cleanup, and then eventually we'll start getting relics. I'm pretty sure some of them are tied to the bonus levels. Some of the color gems are anyway. And with that, let's find us a raid target. Ah, I see you actually.
Mid-cap.
We're gonna rate my friend. He's streaming Persona 4 Golden, which decides to show him some love, tell him hi for me. But I'm going to go actually get me some food because it's pretty late and I haven't eaten for a while. So thanks for stopping by. It's always an honor. Catch you guys later.